I was thinking this morning when I was a contractor, I went to go look at a house one time. The guy had been renting it out to his daughter, I guess, and she was a little bit spoiled. And according to him, but I went to the house and he said, "All right, I'm gonna fix all this stuff. Just look at it and give me a bid." It didn't take me long inside that house. My professional opinion was, you got to tear this whole thing down to the foundation and start again. It was horrible. Oh, it was a disaster. It was terrible. It had gone like that for way too long. And that's exactly what has to happen right now. The whole thing has to be torn down, and we have to start from scratch, because the central banks have gotten their tentacles in everything, and their sole purpose is to gain total control of everybody. They've been intelligent too. They've gotten in the mind. That's how they've done it, and they've done it slow through generations. Got to, though, if you're evil. But I was thinking about in my youth, when everything changed in my culture. I grew up in elementary school. Everything was, life was life. But at about junior high, when the gangster rap kicked in, most of those gangster rappers are not gangster rappers. They're studio gangsters, I guess is what they call them. Most of them have never been through what they rap about. But whenever that music started hitting the scene, people rapping about stuff they've never gone through, like 187, and going to prison cool, making being a drug dealer cool. When that stuff hit the streets, whenever that music started hitting, everybody changed. And it became cool to go to prison, and everybody I know has gone to prison. One of them was executed by the state of Texas in 2004. A lot of them are doing life. Lots of them. But everybody I grew up with has been to prison at some point. And I remember that movie, Scarface. After my buddies and it became cool to be the drug dealer. I remember a part in that movie, and I believe it's in that movie, but he says, "You want to go to war? I'll take you to war." Which even back then didn't make no sense to me, because if I want to go to war with somebody, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to try to be their friend. That way it's going to be easy for me whenever I make my move. But I digress. Satan has made it cool to be a drug dealer, to be a thug, to go to prison, by using people who just pretend to be drug dealers, who rap about stuff they've never gone through. It's an illusion. How many people go to prison, get strung out on drugs, think it's cool to be a drug dealer because they've listened to somebody who's never done any of that? They just talk about it. I was listening to a song, because I grew up in Houston, not too far from Fifth Ward, and there's a group from there called the Ghetto Boys. I was listening to Scarface, is one of the rappers. One of his songs says, "Damn, it's good to be a gangster." Well, what's so good about it, Scarface? The doing the time, the hanging out with dudes in prison. Is that what's good? Have you ever been to prison, sir? When you sell drugs, you go to jail. You get bad things happen, and you got these rappers who've never been through any of that, who sing about it, get you to do it. They make a lot of money lying. The whole thing has to be torn down. The music industry, the government, the churches, everything. And we have to start from scratch. This is just one old boy thinking out loud, and I hope it helps somebody. Those people who rap about being gangsters and being hard and selling, 99.9 of them individuals are soft. Never done any of that stuff. They're liars, but they get paid to lie, to get into your mind, to deceive you, to get you to get you to do what Satan wants you to do. You're so much better than that. Anyway, I hope this message helps somebody. I sincerely do.